So if there's one thing about me, I love spending money on tech and gear. More in particular, like EDC backpacks, you know, tech like cameras, lens, accessories, things like that, headphones. I've always been a big advocate of spending a lot of money on tech, but it got to get to a point where it's like, okay, maybe I have enough and things are working for me. Maybe you don't need to spend a little more money on some things. And that's exactly what I'm going to be telling you guys. All the stuff that I've done accumulate in 2024 that I got rid of, that I kept, that I'm going to be bringing into 2025. And more likely, it's not going to leave my arsenal. So let's get right into it. Starting with my camera. If you guys check my description, I rocked the Sony A7IV. That was like my very first like serious video camera. So really it's a hybrid camera, but all in all, Sony camera. The thing is a beast. I started with a Canon EOS RP, and that baby right there, that's just humble beginners right there. And actually I have it right here. This baby right here has done a lot of photo shoots, made me a lot of money, and has done great things for me. But you know, sometimes you just have to put things in the past. And although it still shoots amazing photos for what it is, I needed something that was going to be a good hybrid, something that could shoot really good photos, really good videos, nice buttery videos. And that's when I came to the Sony A7IV. Absolutely love that thing. Bought it for about $2,500. They may be on sale right now, but I'm not too sure. Last time I checked on Black Friday, it was about like $2,100, $2,000, something like that. But freaking bang for your buck. Absolutely love the damn camera. And they may come out with the Sony A7IV, but for the most part, this camera is going to stay in my bag until the freaking thing breaks. Pairing along with that, the lens that I bought with the Sony A7IV was a Sigma 24-70 2.8 millimeter. Great thing, very versatile lens. Obviously, you know, variable lens, great. A lot of people are going to say go to a prime lens, but me personally, that 24-70 is great. Nice and sharp. If you want to spend a lot of money on a G Master lens, go ahead and go with the Sigma lens. But at this rate, you might as well buy the second generation, a little more sharp. That's probably what I'll do, but for the most part, this is going to be in my backpacks too. But since we're talking about lenses, one lens that I did pick up in 2024 was this baby right here. And this is the 70-200 Sigma 2.8 millimeter sport lens. And the reason why I bought this is because I was doing a lot of nature and sports videography and photography, and I needed something that was going to give me that extra, you know, zoom. And this baby did it right here. Now it is a little hefty thing, so it's obviously heavy, but that's what you're going to get with a Sigma 70-200. Now if you want to go with something that's lighter, go ahead and spend the extra money on that G Master and you're going to get a lighter 70-200. But for the most part, the weight doesn't bother me much, only whenever it's on a gimbal, but you're not going to rock this on a gimbal, you know what I mean? But this is going to be staying in my bag in 2025 and it's not going to be leaving. Now speaking of bags, this is where you guys got to have to bear with me. I freaking one of those big advocates. It's like if it's not broken, don't fix it. And this is just one of the bags that I've had for a super long time, since I started my photography pretty much like career, and I haven't changed it since. Now I could have bought something like a, you know, Peter McKinnon, Lomatic, backpack, whatever the case may be, but this thing just does it for me, and this is my typical CADeN backpack. Now I mean, it does what it needs to do. It puts everything nice and organized in there. Has a little tripod thing. I got me a small little travel tripod, and the thing works. It opens up, it closes, nice and organized in there. It does its job, and it was only about like 30-40 bucks, I think, maybe 50, but it was like a super cheap freaking backpack. It has a little attachable rain cover for it, so if it's raining, you can wrap it around there, and I mean, does its thing. If I don't need to upgrade, why do I need to upgrade? Now moving on, my mic setup. I run two main mics. One of them being is the one that I'm recording on right now, which is the Comica Shotgun Mic, and then my other one are my lavalier mics, which is the DJI Mic Mini 2. And oh my god, it is amazing. Let me first start off with the DJI Mic 2. Now look, the thing about this thing is that, first off, I like the charging case myself. I mean, the fact that you get a charging case is freaking amazing. And look at that. This thing's a beaut. Look at that. I use this for a lot of short films. I needed to find a good, reliable lavalier mic because my previous one failed on me and it was a cheap one. So obviously this is just one of those things where it's like you gotta have to spend the money to have good stuff. And this was well worth the money. It was about $350. It was, you know, one of those things where it's kind of hard for me to wrap around that price, but it was also one of those things whenever I bought it, started using it, it's perfect. It has 32-bit flow audio, and in layman terms, that just allows you to fix the waveform if things start to get a little shaky. If things get too loud and whatever, you know, happens, you could be able to help at least try to fix the audio waveform in post-production with 32-bit float. But for the most part, this thing is buttery. It sounds great. It gives you this little care package. You get your little wing caps, whatever you call them, dead cats, whatever, I think. And pretty much have it. Now there's a little accessory that you buy separately. This thing right here is perfect. Let's see if we'll focus. Boom. Put that on top of your Sony camera and you don't have to use any plugins. This is perfect. You literally just take this sleeve off, plop it on there, put your little receiver up there, and you're good. Just like that. Absolutely love this damn thing. As for my Comica Shotgun Mic, I'm using it right here, right now. Probably can bring it down. You guys can see the little tip. Yeah, it's right there. The reason why I love this one is because I use it more so like a boom mic. Now with a boom mic, as you all know, you probably have to get, I think it's an XLR cord. You got to put that in a recorder, things like that. The thing I like about this is that it's wireless. I can be able to shift the camera back as far as I want, put this right next to me, and it has really good signal for it. At least for what I've done. I haven't done super far shots, but I mean, there's not really a need to do that if you're going to do super close shots. This is going to be perfect to have right over your head, such as talking videos like this or short films where you have close-up shots. The thing is amazing. I spent about 250 bucks or so. I mean, well worth it in my opinion. I still use it pretty much for all my short films because whenever I do a close-up shot, I'll just have that over my head, and the sound of it is just, it's great, and I absolutely love it. So those are the two mics that I'm rocking that I'm still bringing in 2025. Now moving on to the lighting setup, the one that I'm just going to be keeping with me and will not change is my Amaran 100X. I love this thing. I use this for a lot of my short films whenever I'm filming around the house or if I need it on the go and I'm doing interview style type videos. This is the thing I'm bringing. As you all know, Amaran is a really, you know, reputable company. They make great lights and honestly love it. You can use the app to control it. You can freaking, it's compact. You can do all this jazz. What I'm doing right now, what I'm using right now is a GVM light, so it's a, you know, a cheaper light, but it still does the job. But for the most part, this is something I'm not going to get rid of, and I'm going to be keeping in my arsenal. Now, another light that I do, you know, just carry around that I think everyone should carry around is just a little mini LED light. Now, you can do RGB, you can do LED, whatever, you know, floats your boat. But this right here, this baby is a lifesaver. This is one of the ones where you just chuck it in your bag and you forget about it, because it's going to be that one sticky situation where you need a little bit of accent light or you need something to like shine down and a little, you know, in a little crevice or whatever the case may be. This baby right here is going to do that for you. Now this right here, this is just a dial that you just spin and everything like that. You can just spin it around, blah, blah, blah. You're going to need one of these, and I don't see myself, you know, taking it out of my backpack in 2025. You can use any brand, small rig, newer, freaking what have you. You can just get one of these, throw it in your bag, forget about it, thank me later. Okay, now let's move on into like my editing / productivity gear. To start, I edit on the M1 Max Macbook Pro 16-inch. This is a big baby. This baby is big, but it's also a freaking monster because, I mean, it does everything for me, and I didn't see myself needing to upgrade in 2024 with the M4 chip and things like that. This is perfect for me. I'm still able to edit videos, 4K videos, whatever the case may be, browse the internet, edit photos. I'll probably upgrade in 2025, maybe 2026, but for the most part, this baby's staying with me in 2025 until I can get, you know, a sufficient reason as to why I need to upgrade. Because this thing, let me tell you, this is stamped by me, you know what I mean? Whenever it gets to a point where I'm looking at the screen like this, then that's when I'm gonna need to upgrade, and that's when we're gonna have problems. Now, moving on to the next piece is my iPad mini. And if you guys see my previous video, just talking about the iPad mini and why I think it's perfect for creators, I'm using it right now. Like, I'm looking at it right now, and this is what I'm using as my secondary monitor. The thing about the iPad mini is you can use it pretty much as a little journal. You can write your ideas, your notes, whatever you want to do. You can watch videos while you're on the pooper. You can use it as a secondary monitor. And actually, look here, I got y'all. This is what I'm using that as right now. It's a secondary monitor. I'm able to see what's going on. You see what I mean? Oh yeah, things look good. ISO looks good. Aperture looks good. Everything looks good. And if I need to change something on it, boop, 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 boop. That's all I got to do right there. iPad mini does this thing. Especially paired with the Apple Pencil Pro. We're all good in the hood, if you know what I mean. This next product that I'm going to be telling you guys. This one was just a realization that I had to, I just had to accept. And I'm a big headphone snob. I used to have a bunch of headphones where it was almost atrocious to this point. But I'm a big Apple fan. Like, I love Apple. I'm pretty much in the Apple ecosystem. But there's one set of equipment that I had to change, and that was my Apple AirPod Maxes. The reason why I switched from that to the Bose Quietcomfort Ultras was simply because of its weight, portability, and the fact that I can use multi-point connection from Windows to Apple. Now, if you just have all Apple devices, sure, the AirPod Maxes are still the way to go. But for me personally, the Bose Quietcomfort Ultras were not only good for, office needs, but it's perfect for the gym. Although you shouldn't be using it for the gym because it's not sweat proof, which I don't believe it is. Neither the AirPod Maxes nor the Bose Quietcomfort Ultras. They're just lighter than the AirPod Maxes. The AirPod Maxes is like taking just a band and putting 2 bricks right there and then putting it on your head. That's pretty much what it feels like. I could be over exaggerating at this point, but whenever you're working out with them, that's pretty much what it's like. You lean forward, they're gonna fall. You lean backward, they're gonna fall. And with me, I have big ears. So that means that my ears, they're kind of thin at the top. And that means that if I have something that's cupped around my ears, they're gonna fall like that. You know what I mean? So it just wasn't working for me. The Bose Quietcomfort Ultras, I was able to change the EQ settings. I have multi-point connection, so if I want to pretty much watch something on Windows computer, I can do that and then switch over to my iPhone, vice versa. And it's perfect. Love the sound quality. We all know Bose has good sound quality and excellent, and I mean excellent noise cancellation. Freaking beautiful. It comes in a hard shell case. Doesn't come in a little purse. And boom, I mean, I love these things. I keep it on me. I keep it in my backpack, and they go wherever I go, if you know what I mean. Who knows? I might be switching from the AirPod Pros to the Quietcomfort Ultra earbuds, you know what I mean? But hey, all I gotta say. Now let's move on to kind of like the EDC stuff. And I really only have 2 products that I want to share with y'all that I will be keeping in 2025 because there's a bunch of other EDC stuff that I could bring, but it'd just be too long for this video. But the main one will be your backpack. I think an EDC backpack is something that you should obviously have in your arsenal, something you can depend on, that you can put pretty much all your gear. And obviously I'm not talking about filmmaking gear at this point because that's when you need like a camera bag, but I'm talking about if you want to go to a coffee shop, or if you want to go to a meeting, or if you go into the office, or whatever the case may be, you want a good EDC backpack. And this is mine. This is the Alpaka. I think this is the Metro line or something like that. I can't find it on their website. I think they kind of revamped this model. I don't think they make the one that I have currently, but I've had this for about 2 years now. And as you can see, the branding on it, very minimal. And that's one thing I love about the Alpaka line, is that they don't put like a big alpaca in the middle like this. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants that on their EDC backpack. They want something that's slim, high quality, and minimalistic. And that's exactly what the Alpaka does for you. I'm not sponsored by them by any means. I just came across them on, I think it was like an Instagram ad. I was like, ooh, let me click on that. I think that looks cool. And then I got into it, and then, that's how I ended with this. And I've kept this for about a few years now. Does the job, still holds up well. The zippers are beautiful. I mean, I'm not really big like technical guy when it comes to backpacks, but I mean, look at that. I mean, everything looks nice. Still smells good. I mean, because we obviously care about the smell. And the zippers are nice, and have your little side pockets, and you have all your little pockets. This is the perfect thing about this, is that you have a freaking like magnetic little buckle. You can't tell me this ain't cool, bro. Look, see that? Boom. It's perfect, honestly. I'll link down below the Alpaka website because I can't find the actual backpack for this, but any of their backpacks are great, and that's one of the ones where it's stamped. That's Augie stamped, and I honestly love that damn thing. One thing that I did buy in 2024, mainly because I was going to Spain and I needed something to hold on my cables and just a bunch of other equipment, is a tech organizer. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. A tech organizer, in my personal opinion, if you're a big tech person, is a must, because you have all these cables, you have these bricks, you have SSDs, SD cards, whatever equipment that you're carrying with you that is just kind of stuffed in your backpack, and you kind of have to dangle with it, and you got to get all these cords around. The good thing about a tech organizer, it's in the name. It's an organizer for your tech. And what I typically keep in my stuff are all my chargers, my bricks, all that stuff. I got my SSDs in there. I got my SD cards. It's like a little accordion style, so you got all the room you need, honestly. And I got the little bigger version. This is by Tomtoc. I'm not sponsored by Tomtoc, although they should sponsor me. But you know, who knows? I came across them on Amazon. They're just one of those brands on Amazon where it's like, okay, they're going to give you a good bang for your buck. And this honestly has been giving me a good bang for my buck. It is honestly a game changer for me. And the fact that I can put my iPad mini in here, dog. All I gotta do is put my iPad mini in here. Not only does it give it extra protection alongside with the case that I have for it, I'm able to just put this in my backpack and boom, it's just like that. So tech organizer, this is something I will not get rid of in 2025, and I will be bringing with me, and this thing's a game changer. There's another one of the ones. Stamp that, honestly. So that's all pretty much like the tech gear that I'm going to be bringing with me in 2025. I'm honestly curious what you guys are bringing into 2025, so put that in the comment section. Everything that I put in this video, I'll have it in the description, at least for the most part that I can find on Amazon or throughout, you know, the website and, you know, internet and stuff. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I will put all that in the description. I'm curious as to what your guys' gear is. Let me know. Let me know if my gear is trash and I need to upgrade, or if it's a little too much, or, you know, just let me know. I always like to interact with you guys in the comment section. I think it's great. And I just want to say I appreciate all the love you guys have been giving me. The iPad mini video has been popping off. You guys have been showing love. People have been subscribing. It's been kind of one of those things where it's kind of like rejuvenating, like making these videos, helping you guys out, interacting with you people. It's just amazing, and I love doing this. Tech and gear is something I'm very passionate about, and the fact that you guys are loving the videos has a special place in my heart, you know what I mean? But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, let me know what your guys' gear is that you're going to be bringing in 2025. So maybe if there's some recommendations that you have for me that you're like, hey, yo, you're missing this, let me know. Because who knows, I might just throw that in my arsenal. Like I said in the very beginning, I love buying tech and gear. So, you know, that ain't nothing for me. That ain't nothing for me. But hope you guys liked the video, and that's it. See ya.